How you doing? This is Milton Ali with Ali Homes TV. So I'm your trusted real estate expert. I take you on a journey through the world of real estate. In each video, I bring you a wealth of knowledge and experience to educate and inform you. So sit back, relax, and let's go. Today, we're going to talk about the top or 5 mistakes you can make. Not the top, because you can make hundreds of mistakes. A lot of these mistakes I've actually made. And on one deal, I'll tell you, one deal in the past, I lost a lot of money. I lost the bag on one of my deals. And I'm going to do something where some people may not do, is actually admit their mistakes and talk about what are 5 things that you can do as a real estate investor to mess up in this game. Let's start with number 1, all right? Not doing your due diligence before making an investment. You know, this is one of the worst, most important mistakes an investor can actually make. You know, due diligence is the process of researching and verifying information about a property before making a purchase. What I tend to call due diligence with my investors and my buyers and sellers tend to be things like an inspection. And even when you have an inspection, there are areas of the property that are not accessible, okay? And it is so important for you to have an idea of what's going on down there. If you do not have a great investor or a great inspector, I have people. I got people that will send a drone in a crawl space with a light to take a look to get the pictures if they can't fit in the crawl space. If it's a very small space, or you don't know if there's water down there. You don't know if there's microbial growth, which is basically a fancy way of saying mold in a crawl space or in an area. You don't know what's going on down there. So it's super important for you to do your due diligence to find out what's going on. Now, even with that being said, you won't be able to know everything, okay? There's a time I bought a house, there was water in the crawl. Who knew? Nobody knew. And it was definitely difficult to access, right? So it's from there we learn our lessons and we're able to move forward. The second one is not having a clear investment strategy. What does that mean? Basically, without a clear strategy, it's difficult to make informed decisions about achieving your investment goals, because it's a long way to go when you don't know where you're going and you don't know where you're going when you're lost. That's a Gangstar bar. But anyway, that is something that's super important because you must understand where you are going. It is so important. One of Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People talks about how to begin with the end in mind. You must have a lot of us must reverse engineer the process. So that means, what does that mean? If I want X amount of billion assets under management, what does it take for me to get one asset under management? How many deals do I have to analyze? I mean, there's offers that I write all the time that don't go because they don't necessarily fit the investment strategy and the needs, right? So what will it take to get where you want to go? Let's go to number 3. All right, you not understanding the market you're investing in. So real estate markets can be complex and they're always changing. That's why, as a real estate agent with Ali Realty Consultants and Keller Williams, I am my investors and my clients' economists of choice. I speak intelligently to the market. You can follow me on Instagram at Milton Ali Homes, and you can learn a lot about the market through my Instagram channel. I consistently and constantly put out data that speaks to what type of market we are in and the fact that you must write offers to meet the market of the moment. All right? Let's kind of talk about, also that last point with number 3, you got to have cash reserves to cover incidentals and costs, and you got to have a plan for that, all right? Number 4, not having enough cash on hand for unexpected expenses. I think this kind of talks about what I was just mentioning, right? You know, it's so important it often comes with unexpected expenses, such as you have repairs, there's maintenance costs that come with it, vacancies. That's a huge one. Most people, when they have investment properties, they look at least a 10% vacancy. You can almost guarantee that you will at some point have a 10% of the year as a vacancy. That means you'll be, out of a 12-month year, you might be 1 month, and you might at least have about a good 5 weeks, maybe more, 5-6 weeks of vacancy in a 52-week year. I hope that makes sense. And so you must have vacancies, and you got to have cash reserves to cover it. I'm just saying. Number 5, and just to kind of end us out, it's not having a team of professionals to help you through the process. Real estate transactions can be complicated and time consuming, right? A team of professionals such as an agent like myself, a realtor, attorney, accountant, inspector, plumber, electrician, these professionals can help that process go smoothly and that your best interests are protected. So many people look at like, hey, I can do it on my own. One of my coaches had told me, he said, that's the worst thing you can ever say, is that it's only better if I do it myself. A professor I follow, Professor Galloway, he talks about how greatness is found in the agency of others. It is so important for you to have a great team of individuals to surround yourself with. And in some cases, I mean, not to be facetious, I call it adult supervision. Because I need people in my life to help me through these things, to help me navigate things I quite don't understand. I surround myself with smart people all the time. Why? Because I realize I have blind spots. And so it's so important. Those are the 5 things. What else? What do you think? Leave in the comments. Let me know. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I have a lot more content. Thank you for tuning in to Ali Holmes TV. Take care.